Hello friends, welcome back to Neetvet Bioscience. Last class we had discussed about all the factors affecting the oxygen binding to hemoglobin. In this class we will discuss about the one factor in detail, that is a 2,3-BPG. So we will see the effect of 2,3-BPG on binding and the release of oxygen on adult hemoglobin versus the fetus hemoglobins. There is a difference between the adult hemoglobin and fetus hemoglobin is that the adult hemoglobin has a 2 alpha and the 2 beta chains, while in the fetus hemoglobin 2 alpha and the 2 gamma chain is present, and fetus hemoglobin has a higher affinity for oxygen as compared to the adult hemoglobin. So we will see the reasons why the fetus hemoglobin binds oxygen more strongly than the adult hemoglobin. So here we will see the difference on the effect of 2,3-BPG on adult hemoglobin and the fetus hemoglobins. First we understand the structure of 2,3-BPG. 2,3-BPG has it is an anionic molecules, means it has a more negatively charged. So what happens in the adult hemoglobins, while in the deoxygenated state, means in the T state, there is a formation of the positively charged central cavity or the core due to the positively charged amino acid of the beta subunit. Okay, so this 2,3-BPG, which is a negatively charged molecules, bind to the positively charged central cavity of deoxygenated hemoglobin and which stabilize the T state. Stabilizing the T state means the oxygen's affinity towards the hemoglobin will decrease and hemoglobin will release the more oxygen. Why? This 2,3-BPG, it will form the electrostatic interactions with this positively charged amino acid which is present on the beta chain, that is histidine 143. These are the position: histidine 143, lysine 82 and the histidine 2. So this positively charged residue will create the electrostatic attractions with the 2,3-BPG and the which will keep the hemoglobin in the T state, means in the low affinity states, and the more oxygen will unload here. But just we had mentioned what there is a difference in the fetus hemoglobin. In the fetus hemoglobin, instead of the beta chain, you can see here is that gamma chain is present, and in the gamma chain there is a difference in the amino acid. So in the beta chain at the 143 position, histidine was there and which is a positively charged. But here in the gamma chain, serine will be there, and the serine is a neutral, means it doesn't have any charges. So the overall positive charge on the central cavity will be decreased. Okay, earlier it was the 6 positive charge, now it will become the 4 positive charge. So there will be the weakening of the 2,3-BPG binding to the central cavity. As a result, HbF will remain in the high affinity state, means in the R state, and it will lead to the stronger oxygen binding as compared to the adult hemoglobin. There is a diagrammatic representation of these two, binding of 2,3-BPG to adult hemoglobin versus binding of 2,3-BPG to the fetus hemoglobins. You can see here is that first one is the adult hemoglobins, where is the beta 1 and the beta 2 globin chain are there, while in the fetus hemoglobin gamma 1 and the gamma 2 chains are present. So this is the difference. Rest is the same. Alpha, both the hemoglobin has a alpha 1 and a alpha 2, but in the adult hemoglobin beta 1 and the beta 2 globin chain are present, and in the fetus hemoglobin gamma 1 and the gamma 2 chain is present. So difference here is that in the first diagram you can see here is that the positively charged central pocket is formed by the histidine 2, lysine 2 and the histidine 143. So there is a electrostatic attraction formed between the positively charged amino acid and the negatively charged 2,3-BPG, and because of the binding of the 2,3-BPG, 2,3-BPG will act as a allosteric regulator. So allosteric regulator means the hemoglobin's affinity towards oxygen will decrease and it will unload the more oxygen which is to the tissues which is in the need. But in the fetus hemoglobin you can see here is that so instead of the histidine 143 there is a serine 143, and serine doesn't have the positive charge, so there is a weak bond formation with the 2,3-BPG, and weak bond formation means so there will be the higher affinity towards the oxygen, and fetus hemoglobin can transfer the oxygen from the maternal blood to the fetus tissue through placenta. Okay, so this happens because of the difference between these two amino acid. Now one more point I would like to explain here is one may ask, so if the fetus hemoglobin has a higher affinity for oxygen, so how it can transfer efficiently oxygen to the fetus tissue? So answer here lies here is that there are the various physiological factors which will help the transfer of the oxygen. So despite of the fetal hemoglobin has a higher affinity compared to the adult hemoglobin, oxygen delivery to the fetus is still efficient because first factor is a partial pressure. There is a low partial pressure of oxygen in the fetus tissue. Second, higher hemoglobin level. Okay, it will compensate any deficiency. So higher hemoglobin level, and the third is the Bohr effect. So there is a accumulation of the carbon dioxide in the fetus blood. So because of the accumulation of the carbon dioxide, the fetus blood becomes the slight acidic, and we had discussed already that in the acidic environment, hemoglobin has a low affinity towards the oxygen, so oxygen can be delivered. So while the fetal hemoglobin binds oxygen tightly, this physiological adaptation ensures that enough oxygen is delivered to support the fetal growth and development. So let's summarize what we had discussed in the today's class. We had discussed about the difference in the binding of the 2,3-BPG on adult hemoglobin and the fetus hemoglobin. The main difference is that adult hemoglobin has a beta chain, fetus hemoglobin has a gamma chain. There is a difference of the one amino acid. Adult hemoglobin has a histidine at 143 position, while the fetus hemoglobin has a serine at 143 position. Therefore, it will have the weak interactions with the 2,3-BPG, so higher affinity. And the second, we had discussed that instead of despite of having the higher affinity, why efficient oxygen can be delivered. So these are the factors. So partial pressure of oxygen, higher fetus hemoglobin levels, and due to the Bohr effect means CO2 accumulation, pH will be the less. So because of this factor, enough oxygen can be delivered to the growing fetus tissue. Okay, thank you.